registration, those people, well, that turned into a few hundred people that are on the line right now, but no pressure at all. You're going to do great. So,
well,
Michelle,
I'm
really
totally
quickly,
fine. You know, the main thing is, you know, for me, I'm very passionate about making sure that the distributors have everything they need so that they can build a successful organization. I mean, that's really what it's about. We want you to succeed because, you know, at the corporate level, we all recognize that we wouldn't be where we are unless if it weren't for you. And so anything that anyone on corporate can do to help anyone expand their growth, we're totally there.
Well, like I said, Michelle, you're the Director of Product Education and Development, so that's what we're going to spend most of our time on tonight. We're super excited to have you on the call. And let me just say, first of all, I was really impressed of your overall knowledge of the line. And so maybe we can start there. I know that we've got a big announcement coming up. For those that don't know it, I'll kind of do the quick Reader's Digest. If you're in FGXpress in a couple of weeks, literally starting in October, they're going to make the announcement at the next fly-in. That's the 8th, 9th of October. There is going to be a merge between the 10-year history of Forever Green and its incredible catalog of products with this FGXpress line of, let's call it the newfound envelope model, right? The model of sending things all over the world. And so really quickly, I know there's no probably better person to speak about this, even though this is new, you're new to the company. I know you understand products better than anyone. Tell us a little bit about this catalog model and this line of catalog products. What is it going to mean to all the people who are on the phone who really have just been introduced via FGXpress and the Power Strips? What will it mean to them to have this catalog at their disposal as a part of their business?
You know, when I first came, you know, one of the first things I do when a company contacts me and asks me about joining them is I go through their entire line. And it was interesting, when I was first approached by Ron, I actually had 2 other companies that were wanting to hire me and close to signing a contract. And as I talked with Ron and we were totally on the same page on our view, as I reviewed the product line, I was amazed because there was nothing I had to reformulate, where if I were to have gone with the other companies, I would have had to gone in and do some reformulating before I could, you know, promote them or endorse them. That's kind of one thing I'm known for. I won't tell anybody to use anything I'm not willing to put in my body. And so, and another thing, too, as I went through the line and looked at some of the technology, Forever Green has been way ahead of their times. Some of literally the technologies that are used in a lot of the processes of their formulations, of how they get everything, are very unique, very cutting edge, and totally make everything that's in the line much more bioavailable to the body. Now, the beauty of the 2 companies or the systems integrating is as you use the FGX products, and this would be the BeautyStrips, the Solar Strips, and the Power Strips, you have access to the catalog. And in this catalog is some amazing things. We're talking about whole food, very unique, very high potent nutrient food. And whether it be our frequency, which when you look at our frequency, our hydrescents, and some of the other things, again, these are products where they've taken oil-soluble substances and use a special process to make them water-soluble. So that increases the bioavailability of those nutrients, where in the past it was much more difficult for your body to use these things. And so they've taken some of the best and greatest ingredients and now have made them water-soluble. So the bioavailability has gone up dramatically. They've also gone in and made sure that, you know, they have the cleanest products, making sure only in their protein powders to use New Zealand whey, so there's no hormones, no secondhand antibiotics, no artificial sweeteners. They've done such a good job in that area. And so, again, when you do your auto ship, if you're on auto ship, then you have access to these products. And these are very unique products. It was interesting. My husband said to me today, he says, you know, we were talking about multivitamins, and I said, we don't need one. And he says, well, why? And I said, because we're using frequency. I said, everything we could possibly need is in the frequency. I said, as long as we're taking our frequency every day, we're good. And the thing that people don't realize about traditional multivitamins is that most of them have synthetic vitamins in them. With synthetic vitamins, your bioavailability at maximum, and if you have perfect digestion, which no one has, is about 20%. So when you look at those numbers on the back, just know you're getting less than 20% of that. And that's why they have to do they have to have the amount that they have in there. When you're using a whole food vitamin or something like that, like our Azul and our Frequency, your body knows what to do with those things. There is no waste byproduct. You're not peeing it out in your urine, and your body is getting full access to those things. Also, all the other cofactors are there, so your body can use it, because people don't realize, like, for example, you can't use any vitamins unless they're a mineral present. And most people are so mineral depleted today, it's not even funny. Everything that you need coexists in these products, so all the nutrients are there so your body can utilize them. So they're very unique, and again, on the 8th, I will be explaining what makes them different from everything else, why you want to use them, how they're going to help you. Like I said, we have an incredible line. They're very unique products. They are not me too. I think that's another thing I liked about Forever Green and why I chose to be here, is because I'm not a Me Too person. I like cutting edge. I like latest, greatest, and that's kind of how what I prefer to work with. And I can honestly say that coming to Forever Green, I have that.
It's funny that you mentioned the frequency, because I think that, when I consulted the company 6 years ago and we did some marketing and branding, I got very interested in that whole story around that product and how powerful it is. I love it if you take just a minute, too. I know that there's a number of different parts of the line, and I love the words that they use, restoration biology, right? That the body actually can perform miracles, just as long as it has the proper raw materials to do so, and I think that this is what this line does well. So let me ask you, because you're the expert, what other things, maybe pick out one or two that you just love that you think can be incredible for this group that's on the phone to try to take and to begin using in the auto ship?
Well, you're talking about something that's hard, because, as I'm going down the list and I'm preparing my PowerPoint, it's like I can't imagine not using all of it. I do. If I had to say it, of course, though, I do a lot of Pure, because, again, coming back to mineral deficiencies, minerals control so many aspects of the body. Even looking at, for example, magnesium. For every one sugar molecule you put in your body, you rob 56 molecules of magnesium. So we're extremely depleted. Unfortunately, part of the high blood pressure issues that we see today are because people have plenty of calcium, but they don't have the magnesium for the relaxants of the muscle. And so we are a minerally depleted society. The Frequency has 1,200 milligrams of our marine phytoplankton. Then I usually put a dropper full of the Pure in there too, and then I do LeSueur every day, because, again, we can't get enough minerals. We are so depleted. We're supposed to have 53 minerals that are supposed to be put back into our soil. They put 3 back. So you can see how depleted we are. We are an overfed society, but undernourished. Our bodies are so depleted. And so those are two things that, like I said, I do every single day without fail. Even my little boy, it's so cute, he'll go in the fridge, I need to have my Frequency today. He gets his little stuff and he puts it out there. But, we need that. And what makes our marine phytoplankton so unique is there are other people that sell it, but unless you break the silica shell that it's in, you can't use it. It's not bioavailable. And so this has a proprietary patent process that they use to do this, so you have access to the nutrients that are in there. And I would highly recommend, if you have not taken the time to see the video another day, that you really do that, because the developer of this, his story is very powerful. He was diagnosed with cancer, a stage 4 mesothelioma. I can never pronounce that. And he gave him 3 months to live, and he started eating the plankton, and they went in a month later to do some surgery to see if they could remove some of the tumors, and everything was encapsulated in this white stuff, and when they biopsied it, it was benign, and that was 10 years ago. He's very healthy now. And so the marine phytoplankton, you'll see that as a common thread in a lot of our products. Then we have our hydrescents. This is a combination of, I want to say there's 4 or 5 of them, and each one does different things for your body. You just add a drop of it in the water. And we see a lot of companies out there that are doing essential oils, and they have their role, but the bioavailability of essential oils and how your body uses them cannot compare to these hydressants. And I'll be going into that process, what makes them so special and why they're so unique. And then, like I said, our protein shakes, I use them every single day. Our Fix is great. Again, they're using New Zealand whey, but they've also added a combination of a lot of vegetables in there. So, I mean, you've got celery, you've got broccoli, you've got all these different vegetables in your protein, your chocolate protein drink, and you can't taste them. So if you're not a person that likes to eat veggies, this is a great way to get some vegetables. I love it first thing in the morning kind of because it does have a little bit of a stimulant. It has some guarana in it, which is more natural than any kind of caffeine supplement. But it kind of gets me going, and it tastes great. Again, we don't use any artificial sweeteners, so there's no funky aftertaste. Tastes amazing. The Thunder's good if you just want pure protein. It's also great, and again, they're just using really clean stuff. And then we have our AIM. The AIM is a great product. This has a lot of different things that they're using to work on the immune system. So if you're someone that has a very weak immune function, this is a product you definitely want to be taking. They're using different things to help to balance the immune system. A lot of adaptogens that don't overstimulate the immune system, or there are a lot of things that will stimulate the immune system, but some people have an overactive immune system, so you want something that's an immune balancer, and that's what this product does. And so it's a great product going into it. During the fall, as we go into winter, we'll have our Immunize. Our Immunize is an amazing product as far as keeping the immune system on check, so that if you're exposed to any kind of bacteria, virus, or those kinds of things, your immune system will be where it needs to be so that you can be healthy and you're not going to contract these things. When I am exposed to, if I've been around someone and they say, oh, I got sick or whatever, and I found out, the next day, I always up those kinds of supplements, and it keeps me healthy so I don't come down with a lot of these things. And then, of course, if you have not tried our 24-karat chocolate, it is to die for. It is so creamy and wonderful. I mean, I probably have at least 2 or 3 wafers a day. I love it. I mean, it's raw cacao, loaded with magnesium, as we talked about how magnesium depleted people are. This is a great way to help get your magnesium back. It's great for mood elevation. And so those are just a few of the things that you'll have access to if you're on your auto ship every month.
It's exciting when you talked about that, the 24-karat chocolate. I don't think people really understand that. Actually, Forever Game was the very first company to talk about chocolate. And what's interesting about also the line, if you really look at the line, is that there's several different products that are the focus of an entire company or two, right? So they've really mastered a complete line and really been the pioneers in many of that. And because they didn't focus on the marketing side, but more on the authenticity of making it a valuable, real product people are going to use, I think everybody on this phone is certainly going to get the benefit of that. Guys, here's what's exciting. Everything Michelle just said, just imagine this. Come October, you're going to have the opportunity to literally put in a $100 auto ship of any one of the, let's call it FGX side products, or these products, or a combination thereof. And you're literally going to go back into your cart and get a 30 to 40% off of wholesale price point. Now, here's what's crazy. This is a big, big undertaking. I'm just going to tell us all on the phone, because these are all leaders of ours that we have on the phone, Michelle. Listen, okay. They're basically taking 2 companies, a 10-year-old company and this brand new FGXpress company, and putting them together. That's not an easy feat. So bear with them, guys. Trust me, when this gets completed, there will be no one that can match this story, this concept, this idea. Think of build and buy, the ability to build your business all around the world through this envelope model of shipping products anywhere and everywhere. And she just said power, solar, and we're about to talk about a new one called Beauty in just a minute. But imagine this, having the availability to ship all over the world on the build model, and then literally in the countries where we've got product on the ground, they can go in and auto ship anything in the buy model at 30 to 40% off of wholesale. So again, it'll be tough for other companies, some of these companies, to compete with us because they can't price that level. Their whole company is built around their price, and they can't price at that level. what we're saying is we want people to be buying everything and anything. Our competition is not another network marketing company. Our competition is going to be Whole Foods. Our competition is going to be all the natural grocery stores out there in the world, all the really quality products sold in the world. That's our competition. So for us guys, again, you know, when Michelle talks about this, Michelle, by the way, you kind of messed yourself up here. You're going to be on this call a whole bunch because we're going to we're going to grab some of your time and make you go through every one of these lines with us over time, because we're all going to get really excited about this and taking these products. I know everybody on our phone call here is very into health and wellness and where we're going to head. So trust me, you careful what you wish for here. We might have you on a bunch. Really quickly now, I almost feel like I need a drum roll or some background music, or maybe I should just jump up and down a little bit. But there's a brand new product. Again, I know you're under non-disclosures about what you can say and how you can say it, but of course it's only a couple hundred of us. We'll never say a word to anybody. We'd love to hear everything and anything you can tell us about this incredible new beauty product that's about to come our way in October. So let us hear about it. I mean, we've heard the rumor mill. It's called BeautyStrips. Let us know. Tell us about it.
Well, this is an amazing system that we've put together. I'm pretty excited about it, even down to the packaging and the marketing. It is unlike anything that we've done at Forever Green. In fact, it's funny, as once we finish launching this, our marketing team's next task is to take and rebrand all our products to be as beautiful as this is. But it's literally like a spa. You know, as they open up the envelope, it's like an experience. It's so beautiful, and it's so amazing the way they did it. So, I mean, our marketing team has just really gone above and beyond. But it's one of those things, you know, for me, I'm a woman in my 50s. I, you know, have been looking for something that lifts and tightens. You know, when you get older, the biggest thing you notice, especially around your jawline, is, you know, things start to sag, not what you're after. And I had an ingredient brought to me in February, and the developers of it had had it for 3 years, and personally I don't even think they knew what they had. And I asked them a lot of questions. They couldn't answer my questions, and so finally I said, can I just get some product and run some case studies? And I was literally aghast at what I saw in 4 weeks as I gave it out to a few of my esthetician friends, looked at the before and after pictures, and even my own personal experience. Within 3 or 4 days of using it, I could literally feel something going on my skin. And so I have been using it now for 6 months, and I have loved what it's done for my skin. But here's the cool thing. We at Forever Green are first to take it to market, so there isn't another person that has it at this point. We're first. This is a new ingredient, and I will have a little surprise. So those of you that can make it to the October event, I will be sharing something else that will blow your mind, and this is a partner to this ingredient. And so, again, if you can find a way to be there, get as many of your people there, I guarantee you the experience will help drive your business. Then along with it, like if that ingredient wasn't enough, I could have just taken that one ingredient and just had it just that and used it. But I decided to create a serum where I added in the latest and greatest in anti-aging. And so when I did my research, some of the best things I found out there were peptides. And peptides are amino acids. They're a chain of amino acids, anywhere from 3 to 5. And when you put them in a certain sequence, they are signalers to different parts of your skin. One might signal the body to make more elastin. The other one might signal the skin to make more collagen. And they have some amazing abilities. And I will be going into depth on the 8th about this, how cool this is, how it works. And we've also added some vitamin C, a stabilized vitamin C. It's a very unique ingredient also. There's tons of clinical data on the benefits of vitamin C to the skin, not just for antioxidant, but also for brightening the skin, smoothing the skin, and toning the skin. We've added some hyaluronic acid. We've added other organic calming herbs that will help calm and soothe the skin. And so the serum we have been beyond ecstatic about. And so everyone so far that I've given it to and the case studies I've been doing, they all absolutely love it. They love the look of it, they like the feel of it, and they like the smell of it. And then its partner is a mask, and it's from actually stamped out of an actual piece of seaweed. More than 1,300 hours go into making these masks, and then they add 31 other additional ingredients that are designed literally for lifting, tightening, toning, and brightening the skin. And what's really cool about it is when they tested it, they used a lot of different devices to measure the efficacy of in fact, that it did work. And so these two will be partners. The serum will be used daily. The mask will be used once every 2 weeks. And it's all in an envelope and can be shipped anywhere in the world. Again, both of these products have patent pending. They're both proprietary technology, and they're both exclusive to FGX. And so we are pretty excited about this. Again, the only place that people will be able to find it will be here. It will be available at the October 8th event. We will be doing our soft launch, and then we will do a formal launch at our May convention. So, and I plan to wow everyone. So. You don't want to miss the 8th, and you don't want to miss convention. That's my goal. So we're pretty excited about it.
Well, you're excited about it. I'm literally sweating here, sitting at my desk, just getting pumped about what this is going to be. So literally, power, solar, and beauty will all rest within the, let's call it, envelope buy model or build model, and then the buy model is the entire catalog. But it's really all one thing. There's no two companies anymore. It's all one thing. Come this opportunity in October, there'll be a date in the calendar. They'll say, okay, go, and then literally in our back office, you'll be able to buy anything available that's in your country, correct?
Correct. And like I said, the 8th event will be very unique. It's definitely one of those events that you want to be one of those people that can say, I was there when that happened.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think this is more than a fly-in. This is an event that's going to change the history of the company. So,
well, one other thing I do want to say is we have only have 1,000 seats reserved, and people are reserving fast. So if you haven't reserved, you might want to get after that because, again, once that's gone, we don't have any more room. So a lot of leaders are building for this event. A lot of people are already calling in and registering or registering on the internet. And so if you haven't done it yet, it probably would be a good idea to get that done.
Guys, I'll literally be resending out the link